Bay. This is Giants baseball. Told straight. You're listening to NorCal Sports Network. No homers, no casuals. Just truth. Let's go!
All right, here we go. Bottom of the ninth, Ryan Walker throws his first two pitches for balls. It's 2-0. The Giants lead the Padres 3-0, going for their first win. Welcome to NorCal Sports Network and special edition Giants late inning live, followed by the post game. And Walker is 3-0. Come on, Walker. Let's not start this stuff again. So
got bad news for you, Dan.
Yeah, are you ahead of me?
I'm behind you on the TV and ahead of you on the game cast. So,
oh, okay. Well, he walked him on 4 pitches. So, hold on. Let me turn this off here. You know what? Take it away. I'm going to go turn off one TV and leave this one so I don't get too much going on the Wi-Fi here.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, this is a big moment for Walker. They've not named him closer, but he's in the running for it. But this is going to be his chance to show that he has what it takes for this job. So far, he hasn't been able to throw a strike. Oh, there's one. So I don't know how much play-by-play we want to do. If there's people behind, I don't want to give spoilers. But in general, we'll see how he does here. But yeah, a much improved game for the Giants, I thought. You know, we'll see if this gets interesting here in the ninth here. But
all right, we're back. It's 1-1 to Fernando Tatis. 1 man on, nobody out. Walker's pitch is up a little high. 2-1. Walker he's thrown 6 balls and 1 strike. And this is where you just can't let walks beat you. Just throw the ball over the plate here. Come on, Walker. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. It's high again. Oh, is he going to challenge? No challenge. Giants got a break. It was high. It was 3-1, but he got a break. And the Padres, do they have 1 challenge left, right? The Padres?
I don't know.
That was close. That's a huge difference. 2-2 versus 3-1. Here, it was just high. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and miss. He got him swinging, and it's out number 1. And the Giants catch a break there. All right. I got to check my fantasy team. I got Ryan Walker on 1 team. I'm not sure if it's 2 or what. I can't remember. I got too much going. But right now, we just need a win. We need a win, Dallas. Beautiful game played so far by Landon Roupp. Was excellent on the mound. Okay, we got Manny Machado up the plate. Oh, Walker throws in a slider for a strike right down the middle. Yeah, Lowe says let Wynn pitch the 9th. He was filthy. Walker's average. Hey, Wynn is going to be the closer at some point. He is really filthy. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch from Walker, and it's grounded to first. Casey, a slow roller, will just run to the bag, and the runner moves over to second. 2 men out, and there was no chance at a double play there. It was hit way too slow. Casey has played a really good game tonight, everybody. All you people who were ready to get rid of him. I mean, yeah, just because he was 0 for 9. He's had 2 big hits. He got hit by a pitch, and he's played great at first base. People will just make this. Okay, here's the pitch to Jackson Merrill. Swung on a miss, 0-1.
He's looking like he's settling in a little bit more.
Yeah.
Walker.
I'm expecting Walker to have a bounce-back year. I really am.
Schmitt gets hit a lot.
He does.
Maybe he's a big target or something, but boy, that guy.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, and Bailey's going to challenge. It caught the corner, I think, at the bottom corner. Here we go. Bailey uses the last challenge, and I think he's going to get it. Bailey's – oh, he just missed it. He just missed it. Wow. 0.2 of an inch, 0.6. I thought that was closer.
Good challenge, though. You should use it. And he said, you don't want to just end the game with a hole in a challenge.
Yeah, here's the 1-1 pitch. Out of play, 1-2. we'll get into some controversy. I've been tweeting tonight. I got some people all over me, and we'll talk about that in the chat about Rafi Devers. But here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled off. He stays alive. Jackson Merrill. This kid is a really good ball player 2 years ago. Could have been Rookie of the Year, but he went up against Paul Skeens. So it's 1-2, man on second, meaningless runner unless you just want the shutout, but he doesn't matter. What matters is not bringing the tying run to the plate in any circumstance. So you want to get Merrill. And Walker looks into Bailey. He's set. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Inside, ball 2, 2-2. Merrill backed off. Yeah. Wasn't that close.
You cannot walk this guy. Even if you give up a home run to him, you're still got a 1-run lead.
Exactly. Just put it in there, baby. All right, 2-2. Man on second. Giants lead at 3-0. Here comes Walker's pitch. High and outside, 3-2. You cannot walk this guy. You just can't walk this guy. All right, here we go. Something tells me he's going to walk him. 3-2 pitch. There it goes. It's gone. Jackson Merrill with a 2-run blast. And we got a 1-run ball game.
1-run lead. Exactly. So, he doesn't get all of that, and it's a fly ball, and the game's over, But
hey, look at that. Look at that. I had him on my team. I got Merrill on my team. Jeez. Uh-oh, here comes – oh, no, Justin Message is coming out. It's not Tony Vitello. Justin Message is going to calm Walker down and say, okay, just
calm down, buddy. You will still keep your job if you get it out here.
This Giants – Walker, I'll tell you what. If Walker blows this game, you have to demote him. You can't ever give him another shot because this is.
I don't think he had the job anyway. This is his audition for the job.
I think he has it. This is where you just, personally, they cut Tyler Fitzgerald today. They said their goodbyes. I would be like, after last year of Walker and he does this, I say goodbye. Just can't have this. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch to Bogarts high, ball 1. No challenges left for the Giants. Xander Bogaerts. Walker just, man, geez. Here we go, 1-0. Inside, almost hit him, 2-0. This, as Kruk just said, these are big misses. You just can't do this. Senior says Giants win. Maybe this is a fly ball here. Here's the 2-0 pitch, strike. Wait a minute. Senior, are you at the game or what's going on?
He's right. Bogarts grounds out.
All right. Well, that's the bad part about doing these lives when you're 30 seconds behind the action. And here's the pitch, grounded to short. Adames throws over to Casey Schmitt. Ball game. Giants win 3-2. Tony Vitello being congratulated in the dugout, being lifted up on the shoulders of everybody. No. And the Giants
the bucket on his head.
They get their first.
Yeah. Now, of course, it couldn't be a shutout. In an easy 9th inning, it had to. Get interesting. Well, a little torture is always a good thing.
I'll take the save from Walker, and
that's right, Senior. We do get Tony Victory tonight.
Yes, we got to have Tony Victory. Oh, maybe it's time for Tony Victory. Should we do it? Should we do Tony Victory? I think we might have to. I don't know who my hold on just a second here. Yeah, I do have Ryan Walker. Do I have him in both leagues?
Just a few bars, Senior says.
No, I don't have them in both. I don't have them. Just a few bars. Let's Giants win. Giants win. And Lowe says he knows his ass almost blew it. Yes, Lowe's. What a game. What a game. Giants win it behind Landon Roupp, Casey Schmitt, Landon Roupp, the stars of the game, and they're on the thumbnail tonight, believe it or not. And good to see. Yeah, what a coincidence. Let's see if we can get a little Tony Victory song for us tonight. Let's see. Do we have it? Where is it? Hold on here 1 second. You know what? I hate that when it goes into the wrong email. Okay, Tony Victory. Giants win it by a score of 3-2, and people are the Giants fans excited. They're 1-3. They actually bypass the Padres are now 1-3, I believe, as well. So,
yep, they've tied the Padres.
And the D-backs, I don't know what's going on with them. They are 0-3 as well. So
what's up with the Rockies?
Yeah, they've been losing too. So here we go.
Tonight, though, they beat the Blue Jays 14-5.
Wow. And the Giants win it. The Giants win it, and it's Tony Vitello's first victory in honor of Tony V's first victory. Here we go.
Out of Tennessee, where the Smokies rise, Tony Victory brought his fire and pride. They say he's unproven, green as spring grass, but he's got a way, makes you believe fast. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory, time will see.
There we go. Tony Victory. Time will see. Well, we got one. We got a victory. So there we go. Tony Victory. And the Giants win it 3-2. Landon Roupp 1-0. Ryan Walker gets the save, almost a blown save. My goodness. But they get it done, and they're off of the losers board. They join, and let's get into this a little bit tonight. Let's why don't we do this before we get into the actual game?
Oh.
What are we looking at? We got this song is horrible.
No, Robert Rothberg. The Giants prove they are for real. I love Robert.
There we go, Robert Rothberg. There we go. All right. and lots of people are going to be calling for Ryan Walker's head here. He does his stuff. If he can't throw strikes, they're going to hit him because they're going to wait on that slider, especially the lefties. It just comes right into their wheelhouse, and we'll see. Is this the Brandon that's your buddy that's in our league?
No.
Okay. I haven't seen Brandon Davenport in here. Welcome, Brandon.
Why does he say Tony V has a drinking problem? I don't understand.
I have no idea. Okay.
I mean, maybe, looking at the lineup today, it was a little unorthodox, but I don't know. Hey, it worked. Do you think they roll the same thing out tomorrow?
I think he hit a typo. I think he meant to say 159-3. We're on our way. What I want to do here is why don't we do this and let's pull up the box score, shall we? Let's get the box score up, and we'll take a look at tonight's game and tell you a little bit about it. We'll break it down.
First of all, I have it in the house with the super. Are the Yankees really good or are we bad? Well, it can be
both.
A combination of both. The Yankees are very good. I mean, they led the league in the American League in hitting last year. They're maybe one of the top 2 teams in the American League, so they are very good. And the Giants, I don't know if they're a bad team, but they played 3 bad games, And
right.
even the third game wasn't terrible, but the first 2 games were atrocious, and they just, decided not to show up. So certainly in those games, they were not good. So it's a little of both.
Yes. And so I was pulling up the box score here. Let me get to that. And then we'll go over the game, and then we'll talk a little bit more in detail about the game here. So here's what we got here, guys. We've got the Giants started the scoring in the top of the third with a Harrison Bader bomb, and he got all of it. And they went up 1-0. And then in the fourth inning, do we have the recaps in here? MLB, are you going to give us the scoring recaps or just a crappy box score? Let's go to ESPN. Because that one I do not like there. I thought they were going to give us a little bit better. Look at that. ESPN, NFL, NBA, NC2A men's, NC2A women's, more sports. No Major League Baseball. And then they carry the Major League Baseball channel, and they don't even have the MLB on their front page. Come on. That's weak.
Yep, pretty bad.
That's just weak. It's like, all right. So I'm going to pull up. All right, here we go. Box score. And what I want, besides the box score, they don't have the play-by-play in there yet. Help me out in the fourth inning. The Giants scored 2 runs. Okay, Giants scored 2 runs. I remember Chapman came in on a Bailey blooper to left field, got it off the end of the bat. He went with the pitch, which was nice, but he got it. And then Casey Schmitt hit a seeing eye ground ball up the kind of to the left side of shortstop side of second base. Shortstop was playing him to pull, hit it hard enough to get it into left center field and score the third and final run. I can't remember who the base runner was on that one, though.
Jung-Hoo Lee.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so tonight in fact, I'll just pull up the actual box score here so everybody can take a peek at it. Looks like a lot of people got into the action tonight for the Giants. Adames led off the game and went into left field for a base hit, and you thought things were rolling. You had Devers come up, he ended a double play, and then Ramos, whatever he did. But Ramos in the rise, 0 for 4. Jung-Hoo Lee, 0 for 3. Devers, 0 for 2. The bottom of the lineup tonight got 4 hits. Bader, Bailey, and Schmitt. They kind of got all the RBIs. They got all the RBIs, the 3 bottom guys. So, and then Landon Roupp, what can you say? 88 pitches he threw tonight, 54 for strikes, no runs, only 2 hits, 7 strikeouts. I'm not even sure if he walked a batter. I don't think he did, if I recall, but maybe he did. Do you remember him walking? It doesn't.
2 walks.
2 walks. Okay. Yeah. A lot going on during the game for me, but I want to get into this because a lot of people are going to disagree with my take. And look, I get it. People can disagree. But I put out a tweet, and, I'll show you the tweet, and then people will critique it, I'm sure, pretty heavily. But I'm just going to pull it up and tell you how I saw it, and then we'll go from here. All right. We won't have any sound. Here is the tweet. Okay. look at that right there, where Bogarts is playing right behind second base. Machado, the third baseman, is playing over at shortstop. And this is what I said, and this is what sparked some controversy. I said, selfish baseball shows up right here. Willy Adames sparks it with a leadoff hit. Manny Machado is playing way off the line, practically inviting a bunt. Rafael Devers ignores it. Double play. A team that can't score runs just passed on a free base runner. Brutal. Now, I understand Devers is not a guy that's going to bunt, and you don't want him bunting. I'm talking about situational baseball here. The Giants are 0-3. They couldn't score a run to save their lives, it seemed like, the first 3 games. And you get the first man on base on the road trip, and you pretty much can have first and second, nobody out, and bringing up your third place hitter, who was Ramos tonight, I believe, right? I think it was. Yep. But anyway, I just thought Devers isn't knocking the door down with his bat. He's what is Devers batting on the year right now? Devers is hitting 214. It's 4 games. Your batting average can go from 214 to 414 in one game right now. But I'm just saying, he hasn't been hitting the ball that great. He's been striking out a lot. Square up, first pitch, and just try to bunt it. If you bunt it foul, okay, swing away. But you might move that third baseman over a little bit too. I just think I've seen Bryce Harper do it. He just took a bunt down the third baseline because they were in the same type of shift, and he just bunted. And I know it's only the first inning. I'm only talking about it because they're 0-3 and they haven't scored a run, and they haven't even threatened to score any runs practically the whole weekend, in San Francisco. So that's all I was trying to point out. And I got a lot of comments, which is fine. A lot of people disagreed and said, why would you have him bunt?
I don't think you would have him bunt, especially with his hamstring tight. But,
well, he hit into a double play and had to run like crazy just to stay out of the double play.
True. But why not, if you want to, why not show bunt for one pitch? The first pitch you take, right? Now maybe they think he's bluffing, but maybe they move over, and all of a sudden you got a better chance at a base hit because they're not, they have to take off the shift.
Hey, so here's a point. His hammy, and you brought it up, is messed up. If he bunted it down the third baseline anywhere near, he could have jogged. And then what he had to do is run full speed to stay out of a double play. So he could have just bunting. I'll tell you what, anybody who's played baseball should know bunting is not that difficult. It's
but how many times has he bunted in his career?
Probably not a lot, maybe never. But you know what? he should learn. I mean, all baseball players should learn to bunt. If they're going to give you a hit, they're just going to give you a free base. Take it. Senior just said he doesn't remember him being this pull happy before. Devers, if that hammy's bothering him that much, put him on the IL. If it's that bad, if he's going to hit into double, because are you going to deal with this all year long? I mean,
no, I think he's close. They said he was playing first base, before the game and warm-ups and everything. So they're just with an abundance of caution, but I think also maybe I don't know. They're really high on Devers. Vocally they say, oh, he's playing a great first base, but maybe they think Casey Schmitt is a better first baseman than Devers.
He is. I think he is. I think Casey's.
It's now 4 games. How tight can your hamstring be if you're able to go out there and take full swings and run the bases? The hamstring can't be that bad.
Some of us guys that have been around a little longer watching ball, we do miss that small ball. Look, I think guys should learn how to bunt. I had arguments. They're paying him $30 million a year. Yeah. Well, I came back and I put a picture up of Bryce Harper laying a bunt down in the same situation and he had runners on second and third. He beat it. He beat it out. And Bryce Harper will go to the Hall of Fame. I don't think Rafi Devers will. Bryce Harper's a better ball player than Devers. He's a smarter player. He's not as selfish as Devers. Look, I think Devers has proven himself to be somewhat of a selfish guy. He didn't want to play first base last year for Boston, and then he comes over here. And, yeah, Boston didn't handle the situation right. But, hey, look, that's your employer. That's your employer. You have a contract. And you sign a contract that says you will, basically there's a lot of language in there that says you kind of do what the company asks you to do, and you fit within the company.
Yeah, but he had some disagreements, and I haven't seen any inkling of that since he's been on the Giants. He's done whatever they asked him to. He went and played third. He played first. He's been doing everything they ask, I think.
Insane says, "Why do I hate Devers so much?" I don't hate him. I just think he's a little bit overrated, personally. I'm not. He better have a good year, or the Giants are stuck with him for, that's going to turn into a bad contract. In fact, the Giants may end up having a lot of bad contracts if guys don't really start picking their game up, consistently. I mean, you got Adames signed for 6 more years, Devers for 8, I believe. Jung-Hoo Lee, he's got 4 more years on the deal if he doesn't opt out after the 27 season. So
Lee is unproven, but Adames, Chapman, and Devers, they've been in the league a long time. You know what you're going to get with them. And even if they go a couple of months slow, they always end up basically where their back of their baseball card is.
I've just never seen a group of aging older players that really works out well when they're the nucleus of the team. You look at the Golden State Warriors, for example. I mean, they got lucky in that 22 title run. It just, everything worked out well for them. But 23, 24, 25, 26, they're running back these guys and they're going nowhere. The 49ers have tried it. The Chicago Cubs tried it. The old Giants tried it in 17, 18 after, it started falling apart in the 16 in the second half. They hung on to all those guys and they wouldn't trade them away. You look what the Cubs did. They made a decision to trade all their guys away, and look at where the Cubs are now. They're one of the better teams in baseball. They got PCA for Javi Baez. They got
sure. I mean, but that's I think that's true. The Giants, if they're going to be really good this year, if they're going to go somewhere in the playoffs, Ramos needs to be the star of this team. Jung-Hoo Lee needs to be a star of this team. If those guys step up, not the old guys, but if the young guys take the next step and step up and become the faces of this team, then they're in business.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to need some young guys, like you said, to step up. We'll see. I did a video tonight's game that I thought the season really started tonight for the Giants, because I think the first 3 games was a real mess with the way the schedule was. I mean, a Netflix it looked more like WWE the Yankees come out and they got dancers. It looked like a Saturday Night Live skit. They got dancers on top of the cabs, and then other girls sitting out there doing all these and guys are walking. It was one of the stupidest things I'd ever seen. And I'm thinking, man, this is just a comical, this is baseball. This is not, baseball's tradition, man. It's not this stupid stuff like that. And then they get a day off. And then they come back Friday for their traditional kind of home opener in the daytime. And then they got the Saturday afternoon. Then they got Sunday off. So people are saying they got to make changes. Well, they played the same 9 all 4. And the reason they played the same 9, these guys need rhythm. You can't get into rhythm in baseball playing every other day. And then if you're putting guys in and out of the lineup, it makes it even worse. So you'll see some guys. I think what you're going to see is changes either tomorrow or Wednesday. We know Susak's catching one of the next 2 games. You can book that. You can just guarantee that he's either catching tomorrow night or the day game Wednesday after a night game. Bailey is not catching all 3 of these games. Okay, so you got that. Casey may have earned himself some more playing time tonight. You know, if Casey didn't hit tonight and play,
he probably
good
would have had a
first
day
base,
off.
Probably would have a day off. But this is his homecoming. He grew up in San Diego, went to college at San Diego State, and you know he hit the ball good tonight. And he got off the he got a batting average tonight. He was hitting. What was he tonight? 2 for 3, 0 for 9 coming in. So he's
Every player
11.
has a batting average now, all 9. And you got the first home run. Bader hit the first home run, got that monkey off their collective back, and they got their first win. So they're checking a lot of boxes with this game.
Yeah, I see a lot of guys ripping me for, you know what? That's fine. I can take it. Look, I'm saying the surprise element of a Rafi bunt, it's not anything. The guy's having a hard time running on the bases. All he would have had to do is drop one down the line and jog to first base easily. There'd be no throw. There'd be no attempt. Now you got first and second, nobody out. It's called moving the line. But he swung and, he's not going to hit a home run every time, guys. And his batting average last year with the Giants was like 236.
Yeah, but they're not paying him to bunt.
Of course they're not.
The big bopper on every team, they never bunt. No one does. I know you said Harper did once or a couple of times, but, and I do see value in making them play you straight. You know, if you do it once, then all of a sudden you're going to have a third baseman again, because they're not going to want that. So,
right.
Or maybe you have to do it 3 times in a row, and then they start playing you straight up, and then all of a sudden the holes in that infield are a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And, you can help yourself out that way. But, right now in this situation with a hamstring questionable, I don't know that you need to get too cute. If he hits a home run there or hits a double and knocks in a run, that would be kind of what they're paying him for. So I didn't have a problem with him not bunting in that situation. But I do agree with you that there is some value in making them play you honestly. Yeah.
Here's a hot take right now. Senior says, I know I will take flack for this. That's what we love about sports talk is everybody can throw their opinion out and everybody has the right to disagree. I may be in this camp with Senior as well. I might want to have Harrison Tibbs and Eldridge at first and have all that money to spend on a free agent when the Giants are actually contenders. Because the Giants, we hope they're contenders this year. We're wishfully, let's just put it this way. If we looked at this team on paper and watched it every day and we were not Giants fans, let's say we were, another fans of another team in the National
Rockies.
West or just another team, we would probably look at this Giants team and say, yeah, about a 500 team, not that good. Not, you would look at guys and go, Chapman, good ball player, doesn't scare me at the plate. Adames, pretty good, doesn't really scare me at the plate. Arise, hits for average, doesn't really scare me at the plate. Devers, yeah, there's some fear sometimes with Devers, but there's ways to get him out. Then you look at the outfield and the catcher, you say the same thing. I think we look at it, though, as say, well, hey, these are our guys, and we're hoping that they perform above their kind of career averages a little bit, right? We're hoping that Chapman goes a little higher. We're hoping Bailey gets a little higher average. We're hoping Chapman does a little better. We're hoping Devers goes back to more of his career numbers. We're hoping Ramos maybe improves slightly. We're hoping Bader comes even if he doesn't hit what he did last year, but he comes somewhat close. We're hoping Jung-Hoo Lee actually figures it out, and we're hoping the pitch. There's a lot of question marks that we're hoping for. Whereas if you went with the Dodgers and you look and go, Freddie Freeman, he's going to be Freddie Freeman. Mookie Betts, he had a down year last year, but he was sick to start the year, lost like 20 pounds before the season started and was sick, and he's going to be Mookie Betts. And Max Muncy, even though we can't stand the guy, he's still going to be Max Muncy. All those guys, that they're just going to come and do their thing. And
yeah, they don't have to worry about it. And if one guy does have a bad year, who cares? Yeah. Michael Conforto could hit 100.
Yeah,
and
the hope
you don't
offense.
even notice it.
That's right, the hope offense. Senior, hoping his 7th grade English teacher isn't watching the show, having some trouble with the spelling. Sometimes when you're commenting on these things, it doesn't put the right letters in. It'll screw you up. This thing. Do we think Devers wants to be traded? I don't think so, but I think he may get frustrated with the park eventually. Hey, look, he went. Boston's a deep field in right center, right? It's pretty much like Oracle. It's like 4 something out there, right? Into right center. Boston, like 420, I think. I think it's pretty deep. What's Boston's? But you got that huge left field monster sitting there that you just hit a routine fly ball and it's off the monster. I don't know. I don't know where that's going to be. Senior says he can't be happy hitting at Oracle. There's no way. You just listen to the commentators during a game. They all talk about this is not a fun place to hit. Nobody really enjoys it. I mean, if you're a power hitter like Bonds or Judge, it doesn't matter. No park holds those guys in. But I don't know. I see a lot of comments, Dallas, on the whole thing with the Devers bunt. Look, guys, I get it. People are going to have different opinions on it. I played old school ball. There wasn't a need for a big 2-run homer there. There was a need for base runners. You haven't scored. You're starting off the game with a base hit. They're giving you third base. Nobody out. If one out, there's no way I'm bunting him. Wouldn't even think about it. But if you're going to give me first and second, you're just going to gift it to me, first and second with nobody out. In turn, what turned around is he hits it on the ground. It's a double play. Devers, we'll see. I was thinking Devers is going to have a pretty good year this year coming back from being healthy. I'm starting to question it a little bit now because he's not healthy. And I thought he was coming into camp totally healthy and it was going to be, he's not living out of boxes and in a hotel room. He's got a place to live in the city. He's figured out he had all off season to get settled. That makes a big difference. And I'm thinking he's going to come into this year and rock, he's going to want to prove himself. But exactly, NCTSL or NCSTL or NorCal. I'll just call you NorCal. How's that? He can't hit the fastball. He's too pull happy. This is what I was talking about the other day. He can't hit the fastball, and he did it again tonight. Didn't he strike out in the second at bat tonight? I thought he did. Let me look. I had the box score up here. Devers. Well, that one doesn't give me the strikeouts.
He had a good game the previous game. So
yeah,
he just needs to get his timing down and he'll get it going. I'm not really that worried about Devers.
He'll get hot.
I would like to see him, be 100% and play the field and so that they're not giving us an indication that he's injured every single game.
Well,
but yeah.
Let me see. I thought he struck out tonight once, but I don't remember. No, he didn't. He didn't strike out. Good. He was 0 for 2. He did have 2 walks. So,
Arise did strike out.
Arise did. That's the
Very rare
second
strikeout.
one of the year. I would love to go back and do Arise's last at bat. This guy does not want to walk. I mean, he doesn't want to strike out, so he will swing at anything. It was a ball clearly outside, and he reached for it and pulled it to second softly. Arise is he chases. He's got a bad chase rate. You watch Arise, he will swing at ball 4 constantly in a 3-2 count. Just watch him. If it's anywhere close to the plate, he will swing at it, and he's not gonna just take a walk. That's why his on base percentage is so low compared to like a Matt Chapman.
But he has an amazing ability to make contact with the ball no matter where it is.
But it's weak contact. It's very weak contact.
I mean, if it's so far out of the zone, you're not going to make solid contact with it because you're hitting it out the end of the bat. So
he chases.
Yeah. But he's always been that way. Maybe there's things that the coaching staff can work with him on to try and get him, taking more pitches and getting that on base percentage a little higher, because that really is he should be, with his ability to not strike out, you think he would take more walks, but it's not the case. So he's kind of the he is who he is at this point, and I don't know that we're going to see too much change there. And same with Devers. Devers is who he is. We're not the changes we see will be subtle changes with them. Younger guys, more unproven. They can, you see more swings with them as far as changes in their game.
Yeah. How long does this team go with Ryan Walker in the closer's role if he continues like this, gets the save, but they're torture saves?
Until he starts blowing them. I think he can blow one and still be fine, but if he blows two, pretty soon, then he won't have much more of a leash. But they intentionally did not name him closer because they're going to mix and match. If there's two lefties coming in, then Miller's going to be a closer for some game. I think it's going to be Miller and Walker and then other people. Keaton Wynn might start taking some of those situations because he's looked really good. So I think they intentionally didn't name a closer because they are going to mix and match a little bit. There's not going to be some official guy that's the go-to guy where he's warming up and then it's no longer a save situation. So you sit him down because it's not a save situation anymore. Those old school closers where they come in to get the save and that's it. And that's not how they're going to run this, I don't think.
What'd you think of Adames' challenge tonight?
Well, he won the first one, but
no, he didn't.
He did. He challenged one and got it right, and then the next pitch he challenged again and got it wrong.
No, he took three. Let's see if I can pull it up here.
There may have been a pitch in between, but yeah, he
all right. Here we go. We've got a 1-0 count on him, and it goes to 3-0 on him. And let's see if we can just speed this up here a little bit. Okay, so look, it's 3-0. That's 3-1 there as he takes it at the bottom of the zone. Doesn't challenge at that point in the game. You can't take that pitch and then challenge it. You got to know as a major leaguer the strike zone. I mean,
yeah. He's a veteran guy. They give him some leeway, but if you make a mistake like that, because then later on in the game, Bailey didn't feel comfortable challenging one that was pretty obvious because he wanted to save himself a challenge. So really, you need to be 100% sure.
See, this is what NorCal says. It's a selfish challenge because you're trying to do it for yourself because you want to save face that you didn't take strike 3, and
but
then
also he's letting emotion dictate it.
Right. Because that's selfish. He's led by it's being selfish. Man, just take your L and walk back to the dugout. That was like right in the zone.
Because you shoot the team in the foot at the same time and nothing changes.
Do you think that there'll be some changes to this rule in the future, maybe next year? Like if it's within 0.1/10, like they say, that they'll just say that's what the umpire is, 0.1 or less. Obviously, there can't be any less, but 0.1. I mean, come on, man.
No, they won't do that.
Really?
They already are doing that by rounding up the third decimal point. So they've already made a decision. This is the accuracy we're going with. And
man, that's a tough call on the umpire when it's that close, like a stitch.
But you can't really fault the umpire for that. It's just one of those calls that could go either way.
Right.
But so.
Did you see
go ahead.
Did you see the CB Buckner with Eugenio
Loved it.
Suarez? That was so great. That's 2 pitches in a row he challenged, and the ump was wrong on both of them. I mean, we saw the Giants-Yankees game Sunday. The challenges, they were 7 for 7, I think, in that game.
Yeah.
So, I'll be doing a video hopefully on the ABS because there is some strategy to it. There really is. Do you know that on a 1-2 count, the on-base percentage is like 214, and if it's a 2-1 count, that batter reaches base like 344 or something like that.
Right. Yeah.
So it's
Big
like
difference.
Huge difference. So that is the pitch that a lot of people are challenging on, the 1-1 pitch. There's some strategy behind it.
Sure.
It's kind of like, you go for 2 points when the score's this, these coaches have this chart.
There's a
1-1
big
count
upside.
is it's a huge. I always think the 0-1 pitch, if you get a bad call on the first pitch, I think it puts you in a really bad spot because the next one you chase, now you're 0-2. If you foul it off, if it's close, you don't get all of it, you're down 0-2 instead of 1-1. I don't know. It's
they were saying they were talking about some of the stats, and hitters have only been successful like 31% of the time. Pitchers have been successful 45% of the time. And the catcher, when they challenge, they're at 65% correct. So the catchers are the ones that have a really good look at it. And
oh yeah, I was surprised Bailey was off tonight in that 9th inning. It looked like it caught the corner, but he's pretty good at it. NorCal says Walker is not a closer; he just doesn't have it in the blood. Deer in the headlights nearly every outing. Yeah, and Duvall didn't seem to have that closer mentality. Man, I don't know.
Duvall had the mentality. He just wasn't good enough at throwing strikes, Yeah,
he sure looked good Sunday or whatever day it was.
He had the personality when
Saturday.
He was on, and he had that I don't give a shit attitude, And when you're good, that works. But when you're floundering and not doing well, then that's a bad look where it's like, I just walked that guy. I don't even care, So
yeah.
But the stuff he had was good. Now Walker can be filthy, but there's just been so many times it's a mental game in that 9th inning. You have to have it between your ears, and hopefully he can step up and claim that role because he wants it. But
one of the things I want
to we're going to need a series of games where there's the drama is not there. He just comes in, locks it down, and that's it.
One of the things I want to get into with as the seasons we're seeing it progress, I think the Giants lack a real bona fide leadoff hitter. And I don't know who's out there to go out and get. Maybe it's like a Stephen Kwan, somebody that can, get on base, that can steal bases. I'm not happy with the way they have to figure out who's leading off. I do not think Willie Adames is going to pan out as a leadoff.
Of course not.
And Ramos is probably not a good leadoff hitter.
No.
Chapman's not a good leadoff hitter.
No.
Arise, I don't think, is an ideal leadoff hitter.
It's Jung-Hoo Lee.
Well, yeah, it's Lee, but I don't think Lee is going to do it for some reason. He just doesn't seem to.
They have failed in his development. If he can't lead off, get on base, and steal a base, that's a. They've had a couple of years to work with this guy. Yeah, he was hurt for one of them, but he should be farther along in his development and being able to just claim that role as the leadoff hitter, taking pitches, being a tough at bat, seeing pitches, making the pitcher have to work, taking walks, getting on base, figuring out a way to get on base, and then being tenacious on the base paths. I think if he could just figure out a way to make that his game, then he would be an invaluable piece to this team instead of some guy you just throw down at the bottom of the order and hope he does something.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see what we got a little video of Tony Vitello. Let's see, getting congratulated at the end of the game here. Let's see if we can pull this up here. 1 second here. Come on. All right. I'm going to have to rewind it it keeps moving on me. This is put out by John Shea on Twitter, but Tony Vitello, the camera on him here. Let's get the volume off here. And there we go. This is Tony Vitello here at the end of the game, last out. Getting congratulations. Ron Washington there giving him just watching here, see what
I'm not sure what we're looking at.
Just looking at Tony right there. He's just giving handshakes to everybody. I think there was word in the I thought I saw it somewhere else that he was carted off in some kind of a laundry cart or something like that. Where did I see that on Twitter here? I was reading it. Let me see if I can find it back. And he got a beer shower in the clubhouse, I think, is what happened. Let me see if I can find the quote on that. And that would be actually pretty funny to see if they had video of that. But got to win this series now. You won the first game. You got to take at least one more. Ideally, you want to sweep, but you got to win this series. You have to. You're just win one of two. You got Webb going tomorrow night. Okay, here we go. Let's get a little Tony talk in the clubhouse. Here we go. Tony Vitello in the clubhouse right here. I'm not sure who put this out. The Giants. Okay, here we go.
When a starting pitcher first win to
start it over.
When a starting pitcher gets their first win to get showered with everything that's kind of imaginable. Did you get like a beer shower or a condiment shower?
Yeah, there was adult beverages, but there was other stuff mixed in too. So at some point I'll be plotting my revenge, but for now, enjoying the fact that, Rooper, you kind of mentioned a pitcher getting it done, gets to enjoy the fruits of his labor. That was a special effort he had out there, and obviously the guys behind him did exactly what they needed to do.
Did you make out what was kind of in that mix of aside from the beverages, or is it just?
Yeah, the burning will let you know. let's leave it at that. The burning will let you know.
When you got big leaguers celebrating you, you got good friends like Jace there with you. What does that mean to you?
It's hard to comprehend because I got the same disease as every other coach. You're kind of you want the proper guys to get their props that got it done tonight, which really was a lot of guys, especially if you include defense. But also look ahead to the next game is an opportunity to win a series down here and continue things in the right direction. So we'll probably soak in getting back to the hotel, but yeah, pretty special looking around the room, whether it's in the office, in the dugout, or in the locker room. And some of these guys have been slower to come out of their shell with me, but it's little moments like that or breaking camp or opening day where I think, the bond grows a little bit, which, at the end of the day, we want to be a strong unit right now. But I told somebody, I forget if it was with the whole group or not, I really get a sense like no matter what happens, this group is going to get a lot closer together as the year goes on.
All right, there we go. Tony Vitello.
I don't think Tony Vitello has had the same hat on in post game. It's a different hat every day. So we'll see how long he can keep it going before he repeats. He's going to have a hat collection that rivals yours, Dan.
Maybe so, yes. As long as he doesn't put the opponent's hat on if they win, like I do sometimes.
Yeah.
That wouldn't look good.
That won't be happening.
So Luis Matos, some news today. Minor trade. You knew that somebody would work out a deal, and it's the Milwaukee Brewers for cash. And then the Giants turned around and probably used the same cash to the Tigers and pick up a relief pitcher. I don't know if you heard that. I don't even remember the guy's name. We'll hear about him, I'm sure.
Yeah, they optioned him to Sacramento, so he'll be, depth. Maybe they'll need him later if someone starts not performing.
It'll be interesting to see what the Brewers do with Luis Matos. I believe Matos has to be on the major league club. They can't just stick him in AAA. That's why because he's out of options. So otherwise, that wouldn't be fair. Oh, wait, we can't put him in AAA, but you can? No, he's got to be on the 40-man roster. I mean, the 26-man roster. He's out of options. He cannot be sent down to Milwaukee's AAA club. So we're going to get to see Luis Matos get some playing time, most likely in Milwaukee. They have their outfield is obviously Jackson Chourio led by, and they got Christian Yelich, but he doesn't play all the time. And we'll see. Yeah, and DFA'd was Tyler Fitzgerald today, which is kind of feel sorry for him. It's sad when a guy, you never know if your career is over or not, right? I mean, he's going to hope he can scratch and claw his way in with another organization and find himself back in the big leagues. But being in the minor leagues does not make you a living.
Yeah, I think maybe someone will claim him. I'm not sure, but if not, I think the Giants he can take a job with the Giants in AAA if he wants to accept that.
If he wants, he'll be off the 40 though.
Off the 40, but he'll be able to try and keep working at it and try to get better and try to get back to where he was a couple of years ago when he was the MLB Player of the Week.
Yeah. Did you guys see Kyle Harrison tonight? He went 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, only gave up 1 run, a home run. Kyle Harrison, let me see if the Brewers came back and won that game. I'm not sure. In fact, we should go over the out-of-town scoreboard here. Why don't we do that? Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, shall we? Let's see if we can get this. Hold on. Why?
The final playoff push.
We don't want that. All right, here we go. All right, scores up there, Dallas. I'm not looking at our board here. We up there?
I see them. Yeah, they're there.
Okay. Diamondbacks get on the board with a victory. They defeat the Tigers, and Justin Verlander, I think, probably took the loss on that because he was pitching tonight. And if they got 9 runs, how did Justin do? Justin Verlander, 3 2/3, 6 hits, 5 runs. He did not take, where's the L? They usually put an L by the guy. Where did they put the L? Come on. Did he not take the loss? I don't know. Hard to say, because when I used to look at box scores, there was always an L and a W by whoever got the win. Now you got to go dig for it. Where's the losing pitcher? Do you see it anywhere? Whatever. Man, box scores, 21st century. Come on. What the heck's going on? I'm so used to seeing the L. All right. So the Tigers fall to the Diamondbacks. So the Giants, less Colorado, we'll take a look, see what Colorado did. Giants.
They were the blueprint for football greatness.
Where's the ad coming from?
Generation.
Hockey is
Come on. This isn't working good. You're on live. Okay. Royals beat the Twins. Twins fall to 1-3. Rangers over the Orioles 3-1. And the Rangers are 3-1. Or win 5-2. They're 3-1. Okay. Orioles 2-2, and they've had 4 home games. White Sox take down the Marlins for the Marlins' first defeat. The Marlins had never been 3-0 in their history, and they went 3-0 this year to start the season, thanks to Gabe Kapler, right? Dallas, what do we got here? Reds over the Pirates, huh? 2-0. I'll let you get the next few. Go ahead, Dallas. Do I even have Dallas? Oh, Dallas isn't there. I'm not looking at the screen, and that's why. Okay, I'm talking to nobody. Let me go back to the scoreboard here. The Rockies pound the Blue Jays. So the Giants, Diamondbacks, and Padres are all 1-3. Wait a minute. Giants, Padres, Diamondbacks, Rockies, all 1-3. We'll see what the Dodgers did tonight. Braves take it to the A's 4-0. The A's are 0-4. Yikes. Cubbies beat the Angels 7-2. The Brewers did fall 3-2 to the Rays. That's actually probably good. They're a National League team losing to an American League team. That helps the Giants. Mets beat the Cardinals 4-2. The Red Sox fall to the Astros 8-1. The Mariners win at home 2-1 over the Yankees. Giants, of course. And the Guardians did beat the Dodgers. So the Giants are only 2 games back, guys. They're only 2 games back. Dallas, I was looking at the scoreboard, and I was doing all the scores, and I wasn't looking because I'm on the other screen, enlarging it. And I said, why don't you take the rest, Dallas? And you're muted right now or something. Dallas, you're muted.
What about now?
Now we go, but we got an echo chamber, but you're there.
What about now?
There we go. That's better.
All right, good.
Senior says, can we get the Tony victory song at the end of the show? Sure, why not? And we're almost done here too anyway. We're going to get it here. We're going to finish this up in the next 5 minutes. But yeah, I said, Dallas, why don't you take the rest of the scores? And I paused and I
Yeah, I heard you say that, but I was downstairs.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so everybody's 1-3 in the National League West except the Dodgers, who are 3-1. So they're only 2 games out after 4. You know, what the heck? So just win, right? Let's see.
Yeah, win the series tomorrow. That'd be great.
Yeah, on this episode, Dan needs IT. Yeah, I need IT in the worst way. Very much so. Matos and Harrison reunited. Bobblehead presents by Sargentino. Yes, there we go. The Brewers. Isn't that interesting? They end up with 2 Giants.
Now tomorrow we have Logan Webb taking the hill again.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity for the Giants to win the series. Take it right then and there. He's going up against tomorrow. Who's he going up against?
Herman Marquez.
Okay. Yeah, he was with Colorado. He's beatable. Giants have beat up on him in the past. He's not anything to be, fearful of. So what do you think? They won tonight. Does Tony crank out the exact same lineup tomorrow? Or a little bit of changes, but same guys? Or is there going to be somebody, one of these 4 guys that have been stuck to the bench, except Oliva, who got in a pinch running experience? Do they get in to see any action?
I think they roll out the same lineup again.
I get a feeling they will too. It's a righty against righty.
It's a silly lineup, I think. I don't understand.
I don't understand it. I don't know what went into it. I did hear Tony say pregame that it was about giving Adames a little bit more at bats to help him get going.
An extra at bat.
Yeah.
If it came around again.
I mean, it looked good at the beginning. He got a leadoff hit. The lineup I still want to see. I'm gonna put it out there for you. It's a little different now because it was made with the mindset of what's his name, Eldridge here. I want to see lead off. I'm fine with Chapman and Adames flipping 2-6, 6-2, whatever you want to do it. Devers 3, Ramos 4, Arise 5, Chapman or Adames 6, 7. I guess right now it looks like you're going with Bader. 8 was Bailey tonight, and 9 was Casey Schmitt. I'm fine with that. Hey, look, I think Casey played a heck of a game tonight. Not only did he get 2 hits, but he stole a base, and he played really good defense. And there was one occasion it looked like he almost dropped the ball, and he picked it up real quick before the guy touched first base. You remember that one? It was kind of low, almost just above the dirt, and it looked like it popped out of his glove, and he got it in time. But anyway,
the defense was good tonight. There was, no hiccups.
Chapman played well. Adames had some nice throws. Arise. Nothing. Yeah, no hiccups. Was there any? I did not see any flyouts to left field tonight. I don't think Ramos was in on any plays tonight that I recall. I know Bader caught one. Ali caught a few. I don't recall. Does anybody recall any putouts out there with Ramos? That's kind of weird where you don't see a left fielder. Not sure. So we'll see. But let's get out of here. Let's play a little. Let's do a little housekeeping first. Oh, hey guys, new sponsor for the show, and I want to bring this one up for you guys. Let me get you our new sponsor right here. You guys, some of you may know this sponsor, but let me see if I can got it here. Wait a minute, 1 second. Where is he? Come on. Oh, here we go. All right. Here we go. Sean Proctor Real Estate. There we go. Now, I want to tell you guys about a longtime listener here on the show. He's a friend of the show. He's been a co-host of the show. That's Sean Proctor. Okay, Sean's a buddy of mine. He's the broker of Sean Proctor Real Estate. Buying or selling a home is the biggest financial move you'll ever make. So why work with someone you don't know or aren't sure is even cool? Sean is one of my friends. I know he's a good guy. He also brings 23 years of Bay Area real estate experience, and he's someone you'll actually want to talk to every day during the transaction. His clients aren't just clients, most become friends. Sean was a licensed appraiser for many years, so he brings added experience to every deal that most can't. He's laid back and relaxed under pressure. He will strive to get you the most money for your home or the best deal on your new purchase. It's just nice to have someone in your corner with experience you can trust to deliver when it matters most, because winning a home starts with the right teammate. If you or someone you know is thinking of buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, contact Sean at 408-499-3445 or visit SeanProctorRealEstate.com. That's right, Sean Proctor. That's Pro. You can see it right up there on the board, SeanProctorRealEstate.com. And you guys you might not know the name, but you know the face, I'm sure. Let me see if I can show you. Let's see. There's his card. There's his phone number. You can also email Sean at Sean at SeanProctorRealEstate.com, or just again reach out to him at SeanProctorRealEstate.com. And then if you're emailing him, it's just Sean Proctor. Let's see, let me pull up that email again here. It is, right there on the screen there, Sean at SeanProctorRealEstate.com. And Sean's a good buddy of mine. Like I say, let me show you his photo, so that way you might recognize him, because he's been on the show before, and he's comes on as a host, or he'll just come on and chat. But there's a photo of Sean. You guys have seen him. To tell you a cool story about Sean, he was taking some swings at Oracle Park.
You can't see it, Dan. His business card's still on the screen.
Oh, okay. Let me move that here. There we go. There you go. There's Sean right there. You guys might recognize Sean there. So reach out to Sean if you're looking to purchase a home. And Sean hit one out of the stadium at Oracle Park in batting practice. Yeah, he used to play ball himself. So there you have it, Sean Proctor Real Estate. And of course, our other sponsors are Chapman Law Group. You always want to, when you got something going on, you need an attorney, make sure you reach out to Chapman Law Group for all your legal needs. Chapman Law Group can be reached at 415-613-9483. There's their number, 415-613-9483. The call's free. The consultation's free. If you're going in for personal injury, give them a call. And of course, our other sponsor we talk about a lot here on NorCal Sports Network is PrizePicks. PrizePicks, very important, guys. Let me pull up there's their logo. PrizePicks is a daily fantasy app, and you want to use that promo code right on the screen there, NCSN. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Let me tell you about it. It's a daily fantasy app where you build lineups by choosing whether players will have more or less than a projected stat total. Right now, new users can get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5 lineup, win or lose. That's right. You heard that right. They give you $50 for playing 5. So get over there. What are you waiting for? Sign up for PrizePicks. The link is in the description of this video, this live stream, or you can just download the app and put in that promo code NCSN. Build your lineup, follow along while watching the games. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. And let's get that scrolling thing off of there. Oops, how do I do that, Dallas? Why did you put that up there, Dallas?
When Sean hit that ball out of the park, here's a highlight from it.
That one is whack.
Unfortunately, he hit it to left field, but
well, I don't have the one where that one's in the tunnel.
Did it go into the cove? No, he hit it he's a right-handed hitter. and he hit it to left field. He smoked it. I saw a video clip of it. Maybe we'll get a clip of it. So Rob, I thought he was a proctologist. I mean, we got a lot of humorous guys in here. I love it. All right, guys, let's play a little Tony Victory, and then we'll get out of here. We'll just end it on Tony Victory tonight. How's that? Let's see if I can pull up Tony Victory. Do we have it in here? All right, there we go. Tony Victory gets his first win, and we're going to leave here with that. All right?
Out of Tennessee, where the Smokies rise, Tony Victory brought us fire and pride. They say he's unproven, green as spring grass, but he's got a way, makes you believe fast. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory, time will see. Eric from the talk shows throwing his shade. Says a college man can't win the big league stage. But Tony's boys down in Tennessee, son, they played wild, they played hard, and they sure as hell won. Their Delbert swing, crazy like the wind. Tony knows the storms where champions begin. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory, time will see. The fans hold their breath, the past weighs a ton, but he's not afraid of the job that's begun. Confidence burns in the words he speaks, a fire in his heart, a goal in his reach. Tony Victory, they don't all agree, but he talks like a man who can part the sea. Dodgers looming, doubts run high. Can he lead the Giants to touch the sky? Tony Victory.
All right, everybody, there we go. Little Tony Victory. Maybe that'll be something we'll do every time the Giants win, but it'll maybe not the whole song. Unless they're in first place. That would be pretty awesome. Yeah, Senior's daughter just got into Cal. Wow, maybe
Nice.
Sean can help
Congrats.
me find a house close to the campus. Joking, LOL. Cal Berkeley, there you go. Go Bears. My brother still works there in the football program. So, yeah, the Giants' batting order, not very good, but they're going to have to win on good pitching and some grit and some timely hitting, right? Well, guys, great seeing you. Hopefully you'll join us for the late innings live. we did it tonight, and then came on a little later than I thought. A little bottom of the ninth action. We wanted to come on about the eighth or ninth, in the eighth, but trying to set it up is not easy sometimes. So, but we'll be back tomorrow night. Giants taking on the Padres again. Logan Webb going out there. He should battle and hopefully put the Giants in a good position to win tomorrow night against German Marquez. And we'll have it right here for you tomorrow night, right late in the game. Okay, guys? Keep it right here, NorCal Sports Network. And we say goodbye as Dallas and John Miller say what?
Goodbye.